Let me simplify what is happening here, actually. This is a pyramid that shows the different layers or the different parts of you. Let me start with an example. Think about a normal day where you just wake up in the morning and you're almost immediately start to hear a voice in your head that's planning the head, what you need to do, where you need to go, and it may even be thinking about conversations you had the day before, and you're judging how you're feeling and you're worrying about what's coming next. That's the conscious mind. And that's the thinking voice. And that's the voice that can be super useful when you're solving problems, but it can be also unnecessarily loud. Now, imagine the scenario. You are going through your day and you're having a really good time. And then all of a sudden, something small happens. Maybe someone says something in a different tone or they give you a certain look, and suddenly something within you starts to react to that. And you start to feel irritated or insecure or like you need to defend yourself here. And you notice that as a result, your mood starts to shift. You start to overthink and you don't even know why because it wasn't even a big thing in the first place. That is called your subconscious mind. And that is where memories of the past, of emotions that you experience, and old patterns that may come from childhood are stored. From the subconscious mind, there are survival responses that come through that you don't really choose consciously. And let me tell you, the subconscious mind is so fast. It takes over before you even can think about what happened. Now, here's the part that most people don't realize. Above these two layers, above the subconscious mind and above the conscious mind, there is another voice that is very quiet but very wise, and that is called your higher self. And this voice doesn't rush you and it's not criticizing you. And it doesn't sound like something outside of you, something foreign. It just sounds like you, but without the fear and without the resistance. When you hear that, then you usually feel a sense of relief, a sense of clarity. Oh yes, I know that feeling. It just the solution was that simple. And I think that's one of the biggest clues that you can get when you think about how that voice sounds. And the higher self has the bird's eye view on your life. Whatever is going on in your life, it sees the higher perspective and it can guide you in a way that wouldn't make sense if you think about it from the conscious mind. But when you tune into it, it feels right, it feels wise, and it feels like it's a trustworthy voice. So, the interesting about the higher self is also that it's not just a spiritual idea. Even Carl Jung, who is one of the most influential psychologists that ever existed, talked about something very similar. He described the self with a capital S as the deeper, organizing intelligence that lives within us. And that's the part that knows how to move us towards wholeness or what we experience as wholeness. And that happens once the ego steps back. And then, even beyond that, there is something even larger that we may call the oversoul. And that's an even larger intelligence that understands the bigger journey. And that's the multidimensionality of all timelines, all of your lives, all of your different versions in the quantum field, all past or future lives, all soul lessons. So, the goal of all of this is not to get rid of your conscious mind or getting rid of your subconscious mind. It's about finding a level of mastery of recognizing who is running the show at any moment so that you can naturally and consciously make a decision who you allow to make the decision for you. So, are you going to make a decision from a place where you're overthinking and analyzing and thinking negatively? Or are you listening to those fears that come from childhood? Or are you allowing a bit more space in so that you can access your higher self for more aligned guidance? What this is about is actually knowing how to integrate all these three different layers and to help them work in harmony so that the subconscious mind learns to trust the higher self. So when you have the fear in your gut that feels like a block to you, then it's about bringing trust in, bringing the higher self in so that the subconscious mind can learn to trust the higher self. And your conscious mind, the negative chatter, the analytical mind that wants to go through every detail also should learn to relax at points where it's needed and to allow the higher self to trickle through.